I don't hear an echo. So that's good.
You're the echo.
You're the echo.
Well, I mean, I'm the echo.
That's what I said. I don't know why.
Let's just get started. Hello, everyone. This is JPL, and today I'm usually joined with,
Christopher.
and today back again we have.
CJ.
Yes, we're a trio now.
Trio. So I am super curious. I always start after like John introduces. I always hear for some reason. But have you listened to any episodes or not?
I haven't had an opportunity to listen to any.
That's fine. That's fair because I haven't heard yours. So then we're totally like just jumping into this and not knowing what's gonna happen.
I mean, plus it's almost 5 years of podcast history going on.
Yeah, I've been in this podcast for 5 years. Can you believe that, John?
No, I can't because you weren't here for 5 years. Yeah. So, what are we going to talk about today?
Well, we could talk about how this is the greatest crossover since what, Infinity War or something.
Yeah. Oh goodness!
The greatest crossover since last time we had this crossover.
Oh goodness!
3 separate
that's the
channels.
Podcast. Thank you everybody for listening.
Anyway, CJ, you're here now in our main part of the podcast.
Yeah.
You have your own YouTube channel where you mainly talked about NASCAR.
Yep.
And you recently put up an update video talking about slowing down your race there. Do you quickly want to go over what that is about?
Sure. Yeah. So for the last year, I have done a weekly NASCAR recap show called The Fifth Turn, and I started it last summer just as something to do for fun. I know I talked about this a little bit last time I was on the show, but I started it last year as just something to do for fun, and it started growing, and I started feeling like I should pump one out every week and, dabble in the NASCAR YouTuber world. And especially over the last couple of weeks, months, whatever, just as life has been changing for all of us, and just as I've had a lot going on in my own mind and heart, it started to become a bit of a burden. And I've started to run out of the energy and time to do it. Basically, I felt like I couldn't continue to do my best with it if I continued it much further. So I made the decision late last week that I was going to end the show, and not permanently. I actually have an episode uploading right now as we speak, and it's going to be my last one for a while. And I may do episodes here and there if there's a race that I found particularly exciting or anything big that happens in the sport. But I needed to step away from just the every week recapping every race. And especially, Lord willing, if we're able to get back to school in August, I want to be able to make senior year especially good and give friends as much of my time as possible without having the time constraint of having to do a half-hour video every week. So that was the main reasoning behind it. So I'll be significantly slowing that down and having more time for other things. So.
Yeah, like this podcast.
So I am curious, like, how much was it growing? Because like when you started, I thought it was a good idea. I wasn't sure, like, I didn't really like keep tabs of like how it was growing or anything. And was it only YouTube?
Yeah, it was only YouTube. And over the run of the show, goodness, I don't remember how many subscribers I had when it started. I probably gained around 20, somewhere around that number, over the course of running the show. And late last year, it was gaining traction a little bit, but over the last 2 months, I think my highest viewed episode has like 15 views. And it was just getting to the point where I was spending so much time and energy to do it, and hardly anyone was watching it. And so it kind of got to the point where I just had to ask myself, is it worth it? And in my own heart, I decided it wasn't. So,
John, did you notice his voice crack? That was beautiful.
I was hoping neither of you would point that out, but since it's been addressed, yeah, let's
I wasn't gonna say anything. I actually wasn't really paying attention.
Oh, John.
I heard the crack, but I didn't really think anything of it.
I
'Cause,
did.
you know, I crack up all the time. You don't have to go on him.
So, like, how many subscribers do you have right now? 5?
86.
86, okay. I'm just joking about 5. Because that's the name of the
He
show.
gained 20. He still has 5 subscribers.
I remember it was around like 60-ish
Yeah.
something last time I checked. So
Yeah.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah, a nice gathering of humans. Maybe some bots as well.
Probably.
Not to put anything against you.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're here together. In a trio.
Trio. Thank you guys so much for listening. This has
No, stop it. You gotta stop doing that, Christopher. The joke is gonna get old one day. It's old for me.
Oh, CJ is here. It's not gonna get old.
Fine. For
Everything.
CJ's sake, I'll let it happen once.
I told
Silence.
you. That's
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, I was gone last week. Ish.
Ish.
I was not here in my computer land. I was over at grandparents' land. And you know, we recorded that one podcast together, Christopher.
We did.
Yeah, we did.
Oh, I'm sorry. We attempted to break the record of John's longest podcast because it was yours, CJ.
No.
I kind of figured it would have been.
No, not breaking the record of the longest podcast because that's really too long. But it was breaking
of your show.
What do you mean of my show? A show of us together? Yeah.
Yes.
But not my longest podcast of my show because it's always been my show.
Now it's my show, right? No, it's our show.
There you go.
There we go.
See, everybody wins.
Our show is coming up next semester, Christopher. We start talking about those talking vegetables.
Yeah. I hope that works.
Would this be the time to do a Larry voice?
Yes.
Yes.
Hello! My name is Larry the Cucumber, and today we're doing VeggieTales voices.
Wait, there's another me? There's another Larry out there?
Okay, this is just weird now.
Yeah, I'm going back to Bob.
Hey kids, I'm Bob the Tomato.
Okay, I cannot top that because I
Well,
can't
you know, you guys have.
Buddy, oh, I love the buddy.
I can't really do that, Larry.
Oh.
Let's see. What Larry can
do. Like, how can I?
Woohoo! Hey, on there, folks? It's me, Larry the Cable Guy. Get her done.
I'm happier than a tornado in a trailer park. Whee! Oh.
Wee! Good, how you doing?
That's
Oh.
well. That's our antics right there.
So CJ has to go to work, so we're gonna do all we can to prevent him from going to work. It's gonna be a blast.
Well,
This episode
I
is gonna be
guarantee
3 hours long.
I guarantee I am going to have way more fun with this than I will at work.
Good.
If I have to choose between chatting with friends and going to clean a gym.
It would be going to clean a gym.
No,
Right. Wow.
cleaning a gym is not the most brain engaging of activities.
Right.
What,
Yes.
Do you, like, listen to music or something?
Yeah. Thankfully, my boss is like, pop in headphones, do your thing.
That's
So
nice.
I've sort of been bouncing back and forth between putting a Spotify playlist on and listening to Adventures in Odyssey. So
Yes.
if you want to listen to a Spotify playlist, we have one for this podcast.
hey,
Yeah.
shameless self-promotion there.
In my own podcast, yes. Also, other shameless self-promotion. Go to Anchor. Support us if you can. $1 makes all the difference.
So Odyssey, where are you in that?
I'm not listening to it straight through.
Shame. Never mind.
So, I probably should at this point, because I bought a membership into the club because most of my old CDs are way too scratched to listen to, and I really wanted to go back and listen to some of my favorites. So I've basically just been looping around, either re-listening to some episodes that I really enjoyed, or completing storylines that I never quite got to finish, like the whole Dr. Blackguard storyline. I listened to the whole Blackguard Chronicles, and a couple of other stories here and there. So, I'd forgotten how much I enjoyed it, and honestly, how not hokey it was. Like, in the realm of Christian entertainment, it's actually some of the best written out there.
Right. I guess like a good part of it was because they decided let's tell stories,
Right.
not let's push an agenda, which isn't bad. I think there is room for agenda-driven media.
Yeah.
But I guess a lot of Christian media is like, all right, let's write a story about prayer instead of let's write a story and see what flows from it.
Right.
And I think
John and I talked a little bit about that when I was on last time, just about, we don't, Christian movies doesn't necessarily have to be let's preach the gospel at the end of every movie, but let's just write a good movie, and then people will go see said movie, and you have a platform now.
And now you don't have to listen to that other podcast.
No. Go check us out. When you listen to us, we do get money.
One listener makes all the difference.
Yeah, one listener gives us 1 cent.
I think that was part of the success of like the movie I Can Only Imagine, because it was based off a true story instead of trying to craft a story. Like it was a story that existed. They're like, all right, we're not trying to force something.
Right.
We'll just tell it as it is, basically. That's my. I haven't watched it, so tell me about
it. Right. Yeah. Again, last week I was gone. We did our podcast on my phone, which was interesting. I'm glad to be back here with the power that I have, because now I'm in control again. Anyway, last week I also did a few things. One, I
took a nap.
I did. I took a few. Yes. One of them was I told you, Christopher, I was doing some filming for a concept of an audio drama that me and CJ were working on.
Yes.
That's due this Saturday. The script is due this Saturday. I'll get it done.
How is it coming to go?
But I filmed like just me around in a basement, acting as if it were a bunker, and yeah, it's a 45-minute video.
but like how is it coming along though? Like the script? You haven't started.
No. Here's the thing. At least I know what I want to do. That's more than my other things, okay? Because like I tried to continue writing in one of my books over the week, but I got to a point where it's like, right now I don't know what I'm doing with this. It's like,
yep.
What do I do? Like that one needs some serious restructuring and just figuring out what I need to do with this. Because right now it's in a really bad place.
in a bad place.
Bad place.
But I think that's really interesting, just the way you think. For you, it's like, I'm going to make a video of what I want to do instead of like jotting down some notes or writing a rough draft of the script.
Yeah.
You, like, I don't know how many other people like make a video of the idea you want to do.
Well,
like
the
that.
thing is, the idea was just so much fun, and I'm in a basement that just really looks like it could be some weird place that some deranged person built up to be a bunker. And I thought, you know what? Why not? I'm not doing anything else this week. Why not just have some fun? And so I did that. I went overboard. Like I said, it's 45 minutes for a 10-minute audio drama. But you know,
I know what's going to happen next time we're at your house. You're going to sit us down and make us watch it.
maybe you, CJ, you've seen it, right?
Yes.
Yeah, you've seen it. Yeah. Well.
Yeah.
That's
that.
I amaze myself sometimes. Anyway, also the second important thing that I did was that I wrote a short story.
Hey.
Not for the sake of writing a short story. I had a friend who I've been trying to just get their attention because they've been off social media, and so I decided, wouldn't it just be fun if I were to write a few sentences of a story, like every few hours, and just wait and see how long it takes for them to respond.
Yeah.
Well, it took about 2 sentences before they responded. But I decided let's just continue, and so I just continued the story.
There you go.
Would you like to hear it?
I would love to hear it.
All right.
2 sentences, right? I can't wait.
Let's see. The king felt safe inside his walls.
Good! Sorry.
With the gate to lock out the filth, and his knights to protect him. He trusted in his protection for many battles and plagues. He now trusted in them now more than ever. Scroll down. The king was reaching an old age and was afraid that death would come to visit him soon. He closed off his kingdom and put up his guard. An old woman came up to the castle and was stopped at the gate. The king, fearing she was deaf, asked who she was. "I'm your mother," replied the old woman. "I'm here to bring you home." Knowing that his mother died of old age years ago, the king refused the old woman and she went away looking sad. A younger woman came to the castle and was stopped at the gate. The king, fearing she was deaf, asked who she was. "I am your wife," replied the woman. "I am here to bring you home." Knowing that his wife died of sickness years ago, the king refused the woman, and she went away looking mad.
So basically, so the story is like women coming up until your friend respond.
A young man.
Either way, I'm loving it. Just saying.
A young man came to the castle and was stopped at the gate. The king, fearing he was deaf, asked who he was. "I'm your son," replied the man. "I'm here to bring you home." Knowing that his son died in battle years ago, the king refused the man, and he went away with no dad. God came to the castle and was stopped at the gate. The king, fearing he was deaf, asked who he was. "I am the Lord," replied God. "I'm here to bring you home." Believing that God would never visit him, the king refused God, and he went away and he wept just a tad. Death came to the castle and was stopped at the gate. The king, fearing death, asked who he was. "I am Death," he said. "I have come to congratulate you for outwitting me. I bring a gift that you always wanted." Knowing that Death had never been defeated before, the king took pride in his victory and let Death enter to see what he had. "I bring you the gift of eternal life, so that you will no longer fear me," pronounced Death. The king became excited. A proud heart is what he had. The king accepted the gift and immediately went to bed. When he woke up, he found himself in a new hellish place. A trustworthy-looking man was waiting for him. Not knowing this man, the king asked who he was. "I am the devil," replied the man. "I'm here to show you your new home." Angered, the king responded, I was given the gift of immortality by death. How am I here? You are immortal. You will live forever in hell, replied the devil. You should have known better than to trust the gift of death. Why am I in hell? Asked the king. Was it not to live forever with the Lord? You were, replied the devil, but you refused his offer to bring you home. They came to get you at least 4 times. You were just too paranoid to see it. So the king lived every day in the torment of hell. He missed his chance to go home, and he felt really bad. The end.
It was just so poetically written, and
Yeah, I know.
and he felt really bad. But what was the reason why he refused God again? Could you read that part?
No, believing that God would never visit him.
Interesting.
He refused him. So yeah, it was just a simple, fun, sad story.
Good one.
Here.
But it was by the second time around with the second older woman that I decided I'm going to start rhyming the end of these sentences.
Except for the last one.
With the ad. Mm-hmm. Which, the wife in a way looking mad, which I thought was funny. Anyway. Anyway.
When you really think about it, he is a good writer, isn't he, CJ?
He is.
I can't write like that. I tried. I remember when I wrote a book and it was 45 pages.
That's a good length for a book.
I don't want it now.
Well,
it's a good thing I'm writing this project and not you, CJ.
That is a very good thing. Trust me. It's a very good thing.
Yeah. So hopefully I could continue writing my books.
Yeah.
I want to finish this one so badly. I've been working on it for so long.
Mm-hmm.
When did you start?
Let's see. This one I started way back in 2017. The one I'm working on right now. And I'm not even halfway done. I don't really know what I want to do. I know how I want to end the story, but I just don't know anything else. How do I get there? I have no idea. I'm just making it up.
Record a video.
No, it's not that simple. It's not that simple. We'll get to it when we get to it. But when we get to it, it'll be at some point soon. I don't know.
Okay. No, I kind of get that, though.
Yeah. You'd think that having almost done this for a year, we would have figured out how to do topics properly.
Yeah.
I thought I had a few, but I kind of slipped my brain.
We could just ask CJ some stuff since he's new.
He's new.
Put me on the spot here.
Let's think of something political.
No. If we want politics from CJ, let's just look at his Facebook feed.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Hey, you do good with politics. I'll give you that.
Well, I try to keep a Christ-centered middle ground.
And I think that's very important because I don't feel like a lot of people think like that anymore.
Yeah, well, because on every side the opinions are so extreme and so violent.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody can just have a conversation anymore. So that's what I try.
And I just really dislike the extremism. That just calls for close-mindedness. And for all I know, maybe the Bible doesn't advocate for, I can't remember the word, maybe moderation. Maybe it doesn't, but it definitely doesn't call for extremism. That much I know.
Right.
Yes, in recent news, so Christopher Nolan recently got some flack. It was stated in an interview with Anne Hathaway that he does not allow chairs on the set because if people are sitting, they are not working.
Interesting.
I'm not sure.
I'm not working.
Well, I'm not entirely sure if it's really like negativity towards him, A lot of it is just memes with chairs. Memes with chairs.
Really bad, John.
Well, no, because it's like looking through some people's discussions. A couple people aren't too happy with this decision because they know that it takes hours on set to change between things, and they're thinking, wait, so the actors, they're just standing around for hours waiting for their next thing. But
playing Candy Crush on their phone, but no, they're sitting down.
I get that mentality of the whole sitting down situation. I really do.
Yeah.
It's especially more important for the crew to not sit down, because when they're sitting down, they're not in full gear. They're kind of half there. I know this from experience. Working on Much Ado with the sound, because I talked about this with you, Christopher, that during the show I would read a book when I wasn't doing anything.
Right.
And like when I'm not doing anything, when I've done all the work I'm done, I'm just sitting around.
I remember this. Yes, I remember.
Just being lazy, just spinning around in my chair, having office antics with the other crew members, listening to music.
Is there a story?
No. Nothing specific, but things happened. It wasn't my fault. It's just the computer. And that's a topic for a different podcast, CJ. But those I get that. I really do. Sitting down, it helps your legs, but it's you kind of don't really want to focus too much. So yeah, I get his mentality on that. I wish other people weren't so memey about it.
Yep.
Like I haven't seen the meme, so I guess I can't contribute that much to my thoughts on the potential outrage or just the memeority, whatever. And that's it. I'm done.
I don't think it's an outrage. It's just just silly goofiness.
Yeah.
With a few upset people.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Fine. Then let me think of something. Then, when you're cleaning at the gym, what on Spotify have you been listening to? Your oldies.
The main thing that I've been listening to is my CJ's favorites playlist, because I have another playlist that I called Random Stuff, which was literally just everything that I liked, and that has, I don't remember the exact number. It's like well over 1,000 songs, and I decided, you know what? There's so much on that playlist that I would end up skipping when I would listen to it. Let's make a smaller, shorter playlist of literally just my absolute favorites, and I think it has like 200 on it.
253 to be exact.
Yeah, you looked it up. So that's been my main thing that I've been listening to, and there's enough of a variety on there to keep me guessing. So,
sure, yeah, variety.
Yep.
Do I amuse you? What are you giggling at?
I'm easily amused. I'm very easily amused.
John, if you haven't realized that by now.
Realized what?
Oh my goodness.
I'm looking through your playlist right now. That's one.
Let's see. Sports. Sports. I believe tomorrow baseball returns.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it tomorrow or later next month?
They said in a day. In one day, baseball comes back.
Nice. No.
Supposedly. Yeah, that's news. That's
been back for a couple of months now, I guess. Maybe not quite that long. So I've at least been entertained.
Yeah. Like, I don't know what baseball is going to do because, like, are we going to have an all-star game or are we not? I don't think so. But, it's a shame because baseball's fun.
Mm-hmm.
When we get those big events going. Home run derby is one of my favorites.
Yep.
I don't even have to watch any season of the baseball. I just put on the home run derby. It's just they hit balls, hit as many as they can, and it's fun.
Yeah.
I'll say it again. I'm still surprised how much of the Beatles are in that playlist. Not that that's bad. I'm just like, wow, that's a lot of Beatles. That's all.
Yeah, that our listeners can clearly hear.
Lots of Beatles.
I bet there's this one person whose hearing is so acute that they hear the air molecules come from your recording, CJ, and they hear your posters. And they can tell what colors are where, what figures are there. Yeah.
Oh, goodness.
That makes me wonder, have you heard of the group Apologetics?
No.
Now you have.
Now I have.
Basically what they do parodies of popular songs from the 50s to today, and definitely Beatles, but they like the most modern they've gotten is Disturbed Sound of Silence.
Oh, nice.
Which, like, their version, they actually tackled the racism issue. I think was really well done. So I really like them because like that's kind of how I've been able to know hit music.
Yeah.
It's like, no, that's not the Apologetics one, but I grew up listening to the Apologetics version. So I personally really enjoy it. So I bet like I would recognize a lot on your playlist, but not because I've heard that version.
Right, yeah. Yeah. When I was talking about sports, recently this past week.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. We branching off. That's the thing to do. I just like to go back. I do that a lot. So yeah, going back to sports. I've been recently just been going back and taking a look at the World Cup 2018, and just looking at some highlights of that. I really loved that World Cup. It was really entertaining. Do any of you guys follow any of that stuff?
Who was in it?
Huh?
Who was in it?
I'm looking that up right now.
Oh.
It was.
No, after watching highlights. Just saying.
I mean, I can name a few, but I want to get the whole thing. Okay. Whatever.
Okay.
Let's look at the brackets. Let's see.
Time for the air horn noise.
How about teams? What are our teams here? So we have Argentina, Australia, Belgium, Brazil, Colombia, Costa Rica, Croatia.
Now we're talking about the World Cup, not the World Series. My dead brain.
World Cup, Denmark, Egypt, England, France, Germany, Iceland, Iran, Japan,
baseball,
Korea Republic, Mexico, Morocco, Nigeria, Panama, Peru, Poland, Portugal.
The answer is no. I don't follow that stuff.
That's the question.
It was when I lived in Korea. It was a big thing, for sure. But since then, I've rarely followed.
Oh yeah! Like the World Cup is probably one of my favorite sporting events out there, because it's only once every 4 years, and it's a really big and fun deal. Because it's just countries going against each other instead of just teams within countries, which is more entertaining. The U.S. did not qualify for that year, which was really surprising.
Yeah,
but it was surprising and not at the same time because the U.S. kind of sucked at that time.
We love your honesty.
Yes. Paraguay did not go on, which, uh, that's sad. But, whatever.
I don't know.
And Ecuador was not there, so none of my teams were there. And so when I saw the teams, I thought, well, this is not going to be an exciting World Cup. None of my teams are here to root for.
Yeah.
Boy, was I wrong, because this was one of the most entertaining World Cups. Because for the most part, it was so close.
Yeah.
Like, all the groups were just so close together that like anyone could have gone through, like until the very end, which was so entertaining. Like, there were a few teams that made it through, not because of how many goals that they made, but because how little yellow cards they got. The fair play rules, which was just like really important. And it's even more entertaining when they started playing 2 soccer matches at the same time.
Wow.
And so I'm scrolling back and forth to watch the game because one outcome actually affected the other outcome. And there's a specific instance. I'm going to go down to it. Yes, it's in the brackets as for Sweden, Mexico, Korea, and Germany. And it was the last game that we had there. Mexico and Sweden. They were playing against each other, and Korea and Germany were playing against each other, and this was their final games, and they were all pretty much tied up. At that point, Mexico and Germany were going to go. They were going to go. However, Korea beat Germany.
Go on or go home?
Go on to the next round.
Okay.
But Korea beat Germany.
Yay.
And yeah, which was tragic for them because Germany did not go through. And the last time they did not go through to the next round was in 1938.
Wow.
So that was a big loss for them.
Wow.
But it was just so entertaining watching back and forth because when I think Sweden was also scoring goals and winning their points, that meant that Germany was being knocked down a layer. And so Germany really had to go back. But hey, Korea, they beat them, which Korea knew that they weren't going to go on to the next round. But the satisfaction of beating Germany was like good enough for them. And so, yeah, it was so entertaining. And like by the end of the World Cup, it was for the final match. It was Croatia and France, and this was a big deal because everyone in the world was rooting for Croatia because they were the underdogs.
Right.
Like Croatia? Who are they? Like who's Croatia? Like what are they doing at the final?
If you're listening, I apologize.
I think we have some Croatia listeners. Like I'm looking at my stats here. Let's see. No, we have Serbia. Never mind.
Okay, never mind. Croatia.
But no, like everyone around the world was rooting for Croatia because they were pretty much the underdogs.
Right.
There were a lot of teams in this World Cup that were kind of brand new. It was really unheard of for me to hear them in the World Cup.
Yeah.
But it was exciting to see them play each other. And in the end, France beats Croatia. Nobody wanted that except for France. But it was fun. It was fun. These are the type of things that I really enjoy from sports, especially the World Cup.
Yeah.
When things could be like entertaining, the story is just the quote unquote story, the script that the people do before the games.
Yeah.
They rig up the games. Not really, but some they do. But it was fun. It was really fun.
I just a thought, like you were talking about like how Korea beat Germany, and I was just thinking, like when I lived in Korea, like back like 2010 or 11 or something, like we lived like in an apartment complex. It wasn't a city; it was a town, but it was just like 15-story apartments.
Yeah.
As far as the eye could see. Just so many of them, like 100 of them or something.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm trying to sleep, and then all of a sudden I hear outside, yeah! So I guess like they set up a huge blow-up TV or something, and the whole town was there watching or something in the middle of the night as I'm trying to sleep. So it's definitely a big deal in Korea. I can only imagine like how happy they were when they beat Germany.
This is like definitely, and this is the World Cup 2010. I I believe that 2010 World Cup was definitely the biggest World Cup. Just because I feel like this was the one that almost everyone was excited for around the world. Like everyone was excited for this one. It's in South Africa, the first time they've been there. The music was on point. We had Shakira's Waka Waka thing.
Yes. There's a lot from the past.
That song ruled the world at one point.
Waka.
That one and Waving Flag. Like two fantastic songs.
Yes. My high school choir actually sang Waka Waka that year.
Yes.
We really did.
Don't you love that? How John's like, yes. Anyways. Sorry. Just things I start to observe after talking to John. Like, exclusively.
Oh,
John.
What? What? Am I amusing to you?
Yes.
Yes, you are.
Let's see. If my memory is not right, Korea was going against Argentina, Greece, and Nigeria for that time. And I also believe that North Korea was also involved with this World Cup. And they did not make it through. So, I don't know.
Not my fault.
Not your fault. I know this one was very exciting, especially in 2010 in Paraguay. Because Paraguay, they were like probably at their prime in soccer. The best they had been in a long time.
Yeah.
And like this is the first time they'd ever made it to the quarterfinals, which was exciting because I remember when that thing happened, it was like, oh!
And you were living in Paraguay during that time.
I was living in Paraguay at the time, which was super exciting. This is also my first time I was really focused on the World Cup.
Yeah.
And, it was super exciting. Like, I didn't have any cable. So, like, I had my TV. I just got a paperclip stuck in my TV, and I watched the games like that. And it was great.
So cool.
It's so many memories from that World Cup. Paraguay eventually got beaten by Spain, who would become the world champions. But it was like such a shame because it was only one goal that they won by, and I think it was near the end of the game. So and yeah, that was excitement. It was fun. It was really loud watching the TV because that was when they had the horns. The there especially because there were reports of people going deaf at that stadium.
Oh, wow.
Because the whole United, and then 2014 was kind of meh. To be honest, it was kind of meh. It's like I predicted from the beginning Germany would win. And they won.
Yeah.
It was in Brazil.
Enough said.
It was in Brazil. They beat Brazil 7-1.
Oh gosh.
Ouch.
And like I was watching the highlights of that match last night, and like I couldn't stop laughing because the camera would point to the crowd, the Brazilian crowd, and like they were in tears. They were so devastated. And it's like, huh?
Tragic.
It was tragic, but I'm thinking, is this really that important to them that they would start crying?
Yeah.
Like, it's even more funny when they show when it's little kids that they would show on screen, and they're like in tears, bawling, and it's like,
oh,
wow,
gosh.
So, how many World Cups has Germany won?
Oh, 4 or 5.
Four or five. Sorry.
I had a book that told me, but I have it somewhere.
No longer exists.
I still have it. It's somewhere.
It's somewhere.
Mhm.
It's always somewhere, John. It's always somewhere.
It is. I'm almost a hoarder.
Somewhere. You found a special place for it.
It was the last place I looked.
Oh.
Like, what do? You kept looking after you found it?
Oh gosh.
But yeah, the
That's
World
what
Cup
this world needs. More Tim Hopkins.
is a very exciting.
He put out his first tweet in like a year and a half today.
Really?
It was something about Dr. Fauci, but
I'm looking it up.
seriously, he hadn't tweeted since like last April. And all the comments are like, "You're alive!"
I think he was. Here's the crazy thing. I think is that like he actually decided to take 2020 off,
Mm-hmm.
and then Corona happened, so that just worked out well for him, unlike everyone else.
Yeah. Because I was thinking earlier this year, I was like, I haven't even heard from the guy in a long time. I met him once. He's a cool guy.
That's neat.
Or the car with him.
What's that?
You were in the car with him, right?
Not with he was the only one of the group who wasn't in the car.
Oh, okay. Who else was in the car?
So for backstory, my church did a big comedy event years ago. It was Tim Hawkins, Bob Smiley, Phil Joel from the Newsboys.
He's a comedian.
No, it was like comedy, and it was just called Family Fun Night or something like that.
Oh no! Wait, I heard about that. That was actually like Phil Joel was doing that thing, like the focus on the family. Okay.
Yeah. So it was them. It was an Australian kids group called the Lads.
I've heard of them.
A couple other comedians, I think. Huge event hosted at my church, and so when I met Tim, basically my dad and I were just kind of going around helping to set up, and Tim came over and grabbed us real quick and was basically just like, what's a town in Florida that everyone loves to make fun of? And we told him Mims. It's a town called Mims, and the running joke is, oh, Mims is growing. They have a traffic light now. It's a tiny middle of nowhere town. And so we told him Mims, and the way that he worked it in was he told a joke, and there was a late reaction, and he's like, people from Mims are just starting to get that one. So he enlisted our help on a joke, and but my dad was the one who was in charge of basically driving everyone to and from the hotel before and after the show. And after the show, on the way back to the hotel, I got to ride in the van with everybody, and sitting next to Bob Smiley in a tour bus is among the highlights of my life. That man is like, and seriously, a lot of times the more eccentric comedians, like Bob Smiley and guys like that, you think that they're kind of putting on a character, but he's not. That's just him. He really is that Energizer Bunny that you see on stage. And so sitting next to him in a tour bus, it was just a barrel of laughs.
That's actually kind of cool.
Yeah,
because like you always think like these celebrities or whatever, like, is this just an act, or is this who they truly are?
Well, it was fun because he and you both have probably heard this story before, but he told me a joke that I've never heard him do in any other show. I'm sure he's done it somewhere, but I like to think it was just for me. But he told me this story. He's like, I grew up on a farm, and we had this cat on the farm that I hated the thing, but my mom absolutely adored it. And one day I went downstairs into the freezer to go make some fish for lunch. and I didn't realize that I left the freezer door open. So I make the fish. I have my lunch. I go back downstairs to put the fish away, and I look there, and the cat had gotten into the freezer and is now frozen in the freezer. And he starts panicking because he's like, "Oh, mom loves this thing. What do I do?" So he calls the vet, and he had been trying. He's like blow drying the thing. He's tried everything. Finally calls the vet. That's like, it's fine. You go into the state of hypothermia. All you need to do is get something strong to kind of shock them back into consciousness. Something like alcohol. And I'm like, well, we're a Christian family. We don't have any of that around here. And there's a pause, and he looks around and he goes, "What about gasoline?" And so, literally, he takes this thing of gasoline, pries the cat's mouth open, pours down the cat's throat, and there's a pause, and finally the cat goes, jumps up, tears to the backyard, runs around a tree twice, and falls over, motionless.
Oh,
As he's telling me this story, I'm on the edge of my seat, right? I'm like, what happened? Did the cat die? And he looks at me and goes, "No, he ran out of gas." So I love that story, and
wow.
I've never heard him tell it on stage anywhere else. So who knows? But
That's a sad story. I'm a cat owner. I mean, that's a tragic story for me, man.
Oh goodness.
I mean, that must be some church you have. If
John,
you got to
I
Bible
know
man.
how well you treat your cats. Cat.
Well,
So always like, get out of the room. I'm recording right now. Please, no, not right now. Come on.
Oh,
gosh. Yeah, CJ, you got to meet Bible man.
yeah. A couple of times actually.
Which Bible man? That's the question.
The second guy.
Oh,
the
okay. Never mind.
pastor, not the actor.
You said the pastor, not the actor?
Because the second guy,
That's
the second guy who played Bible Man is a youth pastor. He wasn't originally an actor.
But that's hilarious. Just
So,
like those who definitely like Willie Ainge, that's like the ultimate diss. It's
Yeah.
the youth pastor, not the actor.
So yeah, but yeah, he's come twice, and obviously it's just an animated series now, so boo that. But yeah, he's come a couple of times. We've had Phil Joel a couple of times, Michael W. Smith once. I'm trying to think, who else have we had come to the church? Tim Hawkins has come 2 or 3 times, I think. We had a like professional wrestler named Ebo Elder who came once. So we've been honored to have several special guests. Nick Vujicic has come a couple of times. So yeah, it's the perks of being one of the largest churches in the state.
Yeah,
My
and you.
dad loves Phil Joel.
Mm-hmm.
So like we went to see Newsboys United, and his band
Yeah.
Zealand was opening.
Yeah.
And we missed most of it, and my dad was so disappointed.
Yeah.
And you were saying that he was in full costume, right?
Who, Bible Man?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a full live show. It wasn't like he just came to speak. It was a full Bible Man stage show
With a sword and
everything.
villains.
Absolutely everything.
What villain did they have?
So it was, oh goodness.
He doesn't remember. He didn't go.
Well, it was a villain that was only a villain in the live stuff, and it was actually, the actor is the real life husband of the girl who played Bible Girl.
Wow.
So I don't remember the villain name.
What year did you see?
Oh,
4 years.
golly.
Come on, you must know this,
Oh.
CJ. Use your brain.
The first-
God gave you a brain for a reason.
It must have been it was like the first year of the new actor.
Okay.
First or second year of the new actor. So whenever he took over, it was pretty quick after that. Actually,
Because here's the interesting thing. Actually, that I don't remember the youth pastor's name, but in the show, Josh Carpenter.
Yeah.
Like he actually started playing Bible Man live actually before he made his appearance on the show.
Interesting. Interesting.
So you're saying more or less once the Power Source series started.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
The listeners won't appreciate this, but you will.
I will.
You will. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah!
so cool.
Wait.
Yes, I still have this from way back when. I'm wearing a Bible Man mask right now for our listeners out there. So
I think I've showed you this before. I need to go get something.
CJ, put it back on. John, you can go.
Okay.
Let's scare John. Okay. There we go.
Nice.
I wonder if John is gonna is he gonna pull out the action figure again? I don't know, but that'll be fun.
Oh, they're both wearing masks now.
Yes.
To me, I'm a poor sucker. I only have this guy.
I knew you were gonna get that.
I used to have that years ago. I don't know what happened to it, but oh my goodness.
And for the listeners that can't see, I'm holding up an action figure of Bible Man.
I will say, I actually, as much as I am still proud to have this, I kind of hated wearing it because my face was heated up.
Yes.
So bad.
Yes. Oh man.
Cosplaying as Bible Man was a nightmare.
Yep. But yeah, I had the mask and the cape and all that good stuff. I think we bought it that night, basically, so that I could be wearing it when I met him.
So fun.
But
wow. So you said you saw Bible Man twice?
Yeah, because he came again a few years later.
Okay. Different villain?
I think so. I don't remember. The one thing I definitely do remember is the second time they came. It seemed to be. I think the show was already kind of on the way out, and it was so low budget that Cypher wasn't there. He was just on the screen, basically being the distant help.
Yeah.
And as I recall, the show was on the way out, and they didn't really have the budget to go all out. But
then for the first show, you said Bible Girl's husband. However, it was just Melody was only in the first 2 episodes. So you mean Melody? Melody's husband?
It was Bible Girl. Maybe I'm getting the year confused.
Okay.
But let me see here.
Don't you just love how Bible Man, Cypher, Bible Girl have their costumes and Melody's in her jumpsuit?
Yeah. And I always got a kick out of I don't remember if it was Bible Girl or Melody or whoever it was, but I always got a kick out of, Bible Girl or Bible Man has a full-on lightsaber. Cypher has his little things. And then one of the girls, she literally had a rag that glowed in the dark.
That was Bible Girl.
That was always so sad to me.
But she got upgraded to a full-on gun at some point. But that was funny.
Let's see here, villains. It was Rapscallion P. Sinister was the villain.
I've heard that name before.
Yeah.
So that sounds like
polite.
Sorry, what did you say?
So that was always his tagline. Rapscallion P. Sinister. The P stands for polite. So I think they did film that show, not at my church, but that version of the show, I think, is on a DVD. So,
and of course, Christopher's.
That was Fight for Faith.
yes, it was.
Okay.
So you have the DVD, Christopher.
I'm pretty sure I do too, somewhere. But
so that was the very last Genesis episode. But it wasn't a power source. But yeah, that was Bible Girl. Okay, now I remember.
No.
Okay, I'm sorry. Just like that, it's just so cool. Like you saw that live, and like because like how many other people like Bible Man? You know? That is cool.
Don't mind me. I'll be in the bathroom for like 20 minutes again.
Are you doing your bit?
What bit? I don't have a bit.
Okay. Well, you're doing that thing. I wasn't gonna keep that recording in, but
I was thinking of Mr. Lunt.
Mr. Lunt, hi. Hey, how many little Debbies would it take to get me to the front of the line, pal?
Where's that from?
Doing voices that he said that.
Oh.
Because that sounds like something he would say.
Don't mind me. I'll just be here trying to bargain my way to airport security.
Don't mind me. I'll just be in the bathroom.
Oh gosh.
Indefinitely.
Hi, I'm Pa Grape.
Yeah,
I'm actually older than my
Yeah.
So for listeners who didn't know, we took a break.
I just love how it was so I didn't see that message. What I later saw the text you sent. Let's take a break in a minute, and just how nonchalantly you're like, all right, let's pause, regroup, take a break. And I'm like, okay then.
Yeah, I mean, when we're going on for a long period of time, you do need to take a small break to regroup. That's what me and CJ did last time, who is now wearing a Bible Man mask. He's doing that.
I got more.
Well, maybe our listeners will be happy to see what they have to hear. Right now he's wearing a dolphin mask.
It's Iron Man. Actually.
Yeah, I know, but a dolphin, it's a weird looking Iron Man mask.
Looking dolphin.
It's a comic accurate Iron Man mask. Not the newer film version.
How does he wear the masks in the Florida heat? That's what I'm wondering. Because I'm dying of.
I don't.
In the Florida heat.
Okay, that Iron Man, I bought that for a church fall festival years ago, and I've never worn it since.
Yeah, those things happen.
It's like let's find something that looks close to Iron Man, but doesn't exactly really, so we don't have to offend some parents.
Yeah. So, one thing that I've always really wanted to do, it's on my bucket list, is I've always wanted to actually go to the World Cup.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Back to the world. I'm sorry. Go on.
Mm-hmm. And I'll finally get my chance in 2028 because it's gonna be hosted in the U.S.
Hey.
Okay. Did you already get your tickets?
No.
Yeah.
Then you can't say that, John.
Well, no, because here's the thing. I'm finally gonna get the chance.
Yeah.
Not I'm finally gonna go. There's a difference.
Oh.
It's like at SonicCon. I was finally going to get the chance to meet James Earl Taylor. Not that I'm going to meet him.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's not going to happen this year.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, did you get your World Cup tickets?
They're not on sale right now.
Oh.
2028.
2028, Christopher. They don't know who's going to be there.
Thanks, Corona.
Shit.
They still have to qualify everyone.
Sure.
But they know it's in America.
Yeah, but who else is going to be there?
You.
You don't know.
Like, is America even going to be good enough to qualify? I don't know.
But you're gonna be there because you got your ticket.
We don't qualify. How pathetic would that be?
I mean, I think the hosting country is automatically in there. I'm pretty sure. Like, they start the World Cup. They're the first game.
Gotcha.
They're gonna lose, but they're the first game.
I don't know nothing.
See, that's what happens when you get brand new players, and you have them compete for the World Cup. They're not gonna qualify. Of course not. They're brand new.
Yeah.
They could, but they're just not trying hard enough.
They don't know what to do. They're playing against all these other teams. They've been doing it for a long time.
It's that easy.
I believe there's
Even
World
I
Cup.
could qualify for the World Cup. I could be my own country.
Yeah. I mean, I have my own country.
Wait, another. What's this country?
Oh, it was a country that was made in high school with me and a group of friends. Basically, we're like sitting around a lunch table and says, like, you know what? This is our new country. This table right here. It's the Independent Republic of Canadaria.
That's a wonderful name. I love that.
Yes, and that is a topic in one of my books I'm writing about.
Hey!
Keep that thing going.
You know what I still think can't be topped, though? Your religion, your cult.
My cult.
You remember CJ, right?
This is a joke for our listeners out there.
It was a school project, listeners. It was a school assignment to create our own religion.
It was a school assignment. It was amazing.
I did a fantastic job of making it feel like a real thing.
You did. Don't. I'm sorry, just how you were congratulating yourself.
You have to
But
do
it's
these
worth
things.
congratulating yourself over because it really was amazing.
Oh my goodness.
Thank you. Our listeners have no idea. Like, they're not going to find it on my channel, so...
I could give them the link.
No! Stop it! Stop it! No!
That's funny.
I'm surprised that CJ's hat hasn't fallen off his head. For how much he's been laughing
It's a hat, Christopher. It's what it's supposed to do.
Well, I mean, like, it hasn't, like, fallen off from his uncontrollable laughter. You know what I mean?
Let me see if I can even... There we go.
There we go.
Yeah, you have to shake your head back like when you got shot in Bedford Boys.
Yeah, oh gosh.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
I literally had to have Matea put pins in there to keep everything together so that it wouldn't fly off my head.
Yeah, but when it did fly off, it was fantastic. It was like, holy crap, he actually got shot.
Yeah, the effect was there, but it was not what I was going for. I'll give you that.
It would have been a hindrance because you're in the darkness. You're gonna have to leave the stage,
right.
And you're gonna have to look for that sucker.
Right.
So you got shot in Bedford Boys. I didn't see that show. I wish I did, but
you really should have.
It was.
I know I should have.
But yeah, in the D-Day moments, that scene when we all get slaughtered, we all had to slow-mo body movement die when on our explosion when we all got shot, and I kind of retched back a little bit as I was falling, and more often than not, when I did that move, my helmet was so loose it just flew off the back of my head, which added to the dramatic effect of what was happening, but it wasn't what I was going for. So,
did it fall off your head in slow motion?
You see, there's this little thing called gravity. It's not just a good idea; it's the law, as MythBusters said. So,
No, I don't know.
Control
okay.
that.
So
I just love how I don't know anything.
I have it in my hands.
Gravity?
A bucket list.
Hey.
Did you shape it in the shape of a bucket?
No.
Oh.
Let's see. It's my
Missed
bucket list.
opportunity.
Let's see. I have some written down here. Period 9. Study hall. Tuesday. October 22nd, 2013. That's when I wrote this.
Oh, I thought that was the first thing on the list.
Yeah.
Finished school.
Hey.
Done.
Congratulations.
Go to college. Done.
Congratulations.
Finish college. Still working on that.
Yeah.
Get a career. Still working on that. Start my Bionicle series. I did that. Bionicle. Not done that yet. Write this book. Not yet. Write this other book. Not yet. Write this book with this person. Not yet. Go to Star Wars weekends. Well, that thing is not going to happen. That thing ended. Go to Comic-Con. Maybe one day.
Yeah.
Go to BrickCon. I don't think that thing's around anymore.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to replace some of these things with a newer version.
Updated bucket list.
Yes. Win Jeopardy. Never. Maybe a school version, but
Yeah, there you
go on a game show. Well, I don't know about that. Win a poetry contest. I don't know. Buy a wax museum.
go. Ooh.
No.
New
What's
owner.
the reason behind that?
New owner of Madame Tussauds, John Lennon.
What's the reason behind that?
Yeah.
I thought it'd just be cool. Just like look at all these wax statues, you know. I don't want to do that.
You wake up every day like, oh, my wax statue. Oh, they're scaring me every time I wake up.
You know, I'm gonna just give this bucket list to my children, and they're gonna have to do it themselves.
That's the way to do it.
Let's see. Get some money. Okay.
That's
Voice.
it. Just some money.
Yeah. Get married.
Quantify
I'm trying. Have 4 kids. Well, maybe one day. All right. Be in a Pixar film.
Ooh.
I don't want to do that.
Why not?
Pixar's not my favorite anymore.
Okay.
So let's see.
What's your favorite now?
No. Direct a movie. Technically, I direct myself in my short films.
Yeah, there you go.
Let's see. Write a movie.
Ooh.
Live in a big enough house.
Again, how do you quantify that? What's big enough?
I don't know. Let's see. Meet some famous people. Well, I done that. All right, here's the hard part.
Oh dear.
Be friends with famous people.
Oh.
That's
You and
the
me,
hard
CJ. You and me.
Yeah.
Let's see. Get kids through school. Thinking long term now.
Yeah.
Get kids through college. Okay. Here's the hard part. Get kids through life.
Oh boy.
All right.
Don't really get deep.
Name son the 4th. Okay. Name this other son this other name. I don't think I'll do that one. I don't really like that name. Okay. Here's one. Now this is one that I don't actually think. Shoot a bazooka at a cow.
Wait, what?
Yeah, you know. I really back then I would just say things without a filter. Be like, you know what, this would be a this would be a fun thing to do. Just like there's no reason for me to do it, but it's like, you know what would that be like?
Wow. Now
So-
we know what John was like before he met Jesus.
At a cow.
Okay, so I did that in Minecraft. So that's done.
I
You did that in Minecraft?
All right, here's a better one. Fire a nuclear missile at a cow.
What did cows ever do to you? Cows never trying to hurt anybody. They never hurt anyone. Cows. Oh, good. Now we just right back to Bible Man.
You know, I was gonna laugh at that.
I was
you know?
like, was that Bible Man or Tim Hawkins?
Wow.
Top section.
Cows never hurt anybody. They never hurt anyone.
Let's see. Win a paintball tournament.
Sorry. Would you want to eat that? Nah, I didn't think so.
Win a soccer tournament.
Super.
Win a baseball tournament. Win a hockey tournament. I did soccer and hockey.
Hey, there you go.
Okay. Get a dog.
Well, you got a cat, so good enough.
Yes, that's the next one. Let's get a cat.
Okay.
Let's see. Give my friends the cube test.
What's that?
Cube test.
I don't fully remember this test. I'll give it to you after I finish reading this. Okay.
But if you don't remember, then how can you give it to us?
I'll try my best. Okay, get on the honor roll at least 3 times. Yep, I did that.
Nice.
Be a grandpa. I don't really have any decision on that part. Okay.
Well, you could decide if you want a kid in the first place.
Let's see. Be a good book writer. Okay. Be in an interview with this podcast. Okay. Be friends with this podcast. I don't think that's gonna be a thing. All right. Here's a weird one. I want to try Jammy Dodgers.
Hey, Jamie Dodgers is good, man.
See, go to London. Go to the Home Run Derby.
Nice.
Watch it, not be in it. Go to the World Series. Go to the World Cup. You know, that's fun.
I would have never guessed.
What?
World Cup.
Yeah, no. Go to the Euro Cup. Let's see. Read Lord of the Rings.
Did you do that?
No, I read 19% of it.
19.
I love how you knew it. 19%.
Kindle.
Have you read Lord of the Rings? I've read 19%.
Kindle. The Kindle told me 19%.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
Read Harry Potter.
2%.
What's the percentage of that one?
0. Okay. Live to be at least a 90.
That's
You
also
take
not
that back?
That's a hard one.
You take that back, or is that still?
Let's see. Die in my late 90s. I don't know. I might have to go longer than that. I can't promise that.
You know what? If I ever lived to be 101, I was born in 99.
Mm-hmm.
So I would have lived in 3 centuries. So that would be kind of cool, but considering how the past 20 years have been.
Yeah. Considering how the past year has been, for crying out loud.
Oh, yeah.
2020 is going to end.
If here's the thing, if people are as mad as they are now as they will be in 10 years, then yeah, Jesus, come quickly.
All right. We have direct a Bible movie.
Ooh.
Okay.
You were at least in a Bible something.
That's not a movie. Read to little children.
Did you do that yet?
Yes.
Okay.
Host a game show. Okay.
Come on down.
Yeah. Stay in touch with all my friends. That's a good one.
I'm sorry. I thought that, but that's a good one.
All right. Invite my friends to my wedding.
Yeah.
That should be a given.
Yeah.
Have my best friend be my best man.
Do you have a best friend?
I have a few.
A lot of best men. Okay.
Yes. It's a group.
Oh, that's
Yes, let's see.
I think they have a word for that. I think that's the groomsman. No.
Right. Let's see.
Oh my goodness.
Have my father be the pastor to marry us.
I'm curious. How long is this?
It's 4 pages.
And we're on. What percentage are we at?
We're starting on page 3 right now.
Okay, got it.
Be
It's
good at
entertaining, though. If there's more cows, I'm definitely here for it.
okay. Be good at bowling.
Are you good at bowling?
I was.
Oh,
So that's done. Okay.
at least you made it.
Yeah. Work for Lucasfilm.
Ooh.
That's gonna be a hard one. Let's say, be in a Star Wars movie. Here's a sad one. Watch R-rated movies.
What?
Watch an R-rated movie.
Have you seen The Passion of Christ? There you go.
Yes.
That's like as Christian as you can get for R-rated.
I've seen a few at this point.
So oh, okay. Well, then I don't have to
All right.
help you if you've seen a few at this point.
Yeah. So that's an older one. Let's see. Don't get divorced.
That's a good goal.
Good one.
All right. Be a good father. Have a get together with all my friends.
What does all mean?
Oh.
Okay. John Con.
John Con.
That could be a thing.
That's how I did the list. Host John Con.
All right. Let's see. Have a large family reunion. Support my grandparents.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. Take care of my parents. Okay. Lose weight.
You're working on that, right? How's the diet?
I've done that a few times. Okay.
How's
Problem is
the
I
diet?
gained. Yeah, the diet's going good now.
I just love that explanation. Instead of like, oh, this is how my strengths and weaknesses. Here's how, like, oh, the details of my diet. My diet's going good. That's all
Alright.
you need to know.
Let's see. Go to an orchestra.
Have you done that?
Yes.
Hey, just asking.
Watch John Williams compose.
Ooh.
Go to Doctor Who at the proms.
Ooh, yes, that would be cool.
I don't think they do that anymore.
I don't think so either, but that would be cool.
Mm-hmm. Go to Doctor Who's 100th anniversary. I'll be 65 at that time.
Wow.
All right. Meet Leonard Nimoy.
Well,
I'll go to the wax museum and meet a statue. All right. Here's a fun one. Read to little kids.
you did that one already.
I did. Yes.
Did you mean to write that
He
twice?
really wants to
You
do
know,
it.
I forget some things.
If it's in there twice, he really wants to do it.
There you go.
Come back to countries I love.
Cool.
Yeah. Go to London.
He
How'd that
really wants to go to London.
Yes. Here's an oddly specific one. Have a sad day in London while it's raining.
Well, let's just be honest. It's the UK. When is it not raining?
Yeah. Let's
No,
see.
you just have reason to be sad about.
Be a movie historian.
Ooh.
That's a difficult one.
Yeah.
Know all about Star Wars.
Well, what's the species of Yoda?
No one knows.
Nobody knows because George Lucas didn't make it up.
Therefore, Disney should not be mad at us for calling the guy Baby Yoda.
All right. Collect
It's the
old.
child. Who's gonna call it the child?
Collect old toys.
Nice.
Okay. Go to every U.S. state.
Ooh. How far are you with that?
Not far. I don't know. I forget. Let's see. Voice act with James Arnold Taylor and D. Bradley Baker.
Ooh.
Oh, that would be a highlight, definitely.
Yeah.
It'd be difficult. Design a new Star Wars character.
Mm.
This one's never gonna happen. Be a famous YouTube person.
Who knows, John? Maybe one day, like one of those videos will just get.
One day when I'm really old and there's no one else left on YouTube, that will be my time to shine.
There you go.
All right, play Minecraft.
Well, were you like not allowed to play Minecraft, or it's just like
I didn't have it at that time.
That makes sense.
Right.
I guess. What is it a free thing or not?
No.
No, that makes sense.
Create an adventure map in Minecraft. No. Be a famous Minecrafter. No. Those days are done. Let's see. Be successful at this Bionicle show. No. Work on a stop motion with this person. Well, I did that, so.
Who?
All right. My friend.
Oh, okay. He's not famous. He's not.
All right. Here's a good one. Be romantic.
Aw.
Not go to war.
Yeah.
Obviously, I think that's on all our bucket lists.
Mm-hmm. Not join the army. Okay. Get a PlayStation 3.
Have you seen that meme, the idiot sandwich? But
Yes.
Gordon Ramsay's like, "What are you, a PS5?"
So yeah, I mean, I have the PS4 now. Not the PS3.
Close enough.
All right. Play old Lego games. All right. Do a Minecraft review on YouTube.
Nice.
All right. Read the entire Bible.
Hey, there's a good goal.
Working on that.
I feel that.
Win an Oscar.
Yay!
Fun fact. This is random, but VeggieTales is actually was nominated for Academy Award.
Wow.
For the movie Jonah, like Khalil was like nominated for like a best supporting character or something. And I'm like, that is
coming traveling, buddy.
Interesting.
I'm so glad that those Oscar people have good taste.
Yeah.
I
All right.
don't know if it was specifically animation or if it was overall, but either way, that is just perfect.
All right. Win an award for my books.
Nice.
You can make your own award and award yourself.
Inspire people to do good.
I like that.
I think you've already done that.
I have. I have that crossed off. I'm done with that.
No more inspiring people.
All right, buy expensive movie costumes. Okay. Be a tornado hunter.
Another random fun fact: there was actually supposed to be a VeggieTales a silly song about tornado hunting. They pulled it because there
was that what you tweeted Phil Vischer about a couple weeks ago? Yeah. I remember seeing that.
Yeah. So like I was looking.
You responded in like less than a minute. I was so amazed.
Was it less than a minute? I didn't notice.
Because I remember when I happened to see it at just the right time, and your tweet said 1 minute, and his response said X number of seconds, and I was like, man.
Wow, I didn't notice that.
Yeah, it was pretty quick.
I probably like tweeted it and threw my phone in the trash and be like,
all right. Be a tornado hunter in Minecraft.
John, you could do all this in Minecraft.
I know. I wanted to specify. It's like I wanted to do like both real life and Minecraft. I did the Minecraft one. Be a master at hide and seek.
Nice.
There's a story behind that one.
Okay.
Have a dynamic duo.
You have
I
like two dynamic duos.
I have a few.
Oh, you have more than two. Okay.
Yes.
I feel less important.
Do tithings. Save money for children. All right. Last one. Have last words be. I left $1 million in the.
Yes. Yes. I love that. I love that so much. I'm gonna do that. That's funny.
You know, like it's
That's
gonna be
funny.
a really interesting time. I'm gonna be on my deathbed. I'm gonna try really hard. It's I'm gonna die. Be like, okay, I left $1 million in the, and I'm not gonna speak for the next few days until I die.
That's funny.
It's funny. Hide and seek. So there was this point in elementary where we were required to do this camp. And the whole school went on this camp retreat every year. I hated it. I hated it just because I don't like going camp, and it was required. Oh, I hated that. I think Christopher's dead.
Okay.
Sorry, he's just been smiling at us for like a long time now.
Yeah, we've lost him.
Yes. And so one of the big traditions was that we would have a oh, Christopher's gone. We would have this what would you call it? Hide and seek tournament. With the elementary schools against like all the seniors.
Yeah.
And there was this one thing where pretty much we all did our own hiding, and so this one time I planned it really good to just be this good hider.
Yeah.
I wore all black, but like black gloves, black socks, like hoodie over my head. It's all black.
Mm-hmm.
And when I ran out to the middle of this field, and like I would just pretty much stand there, lay on the ground, just be all dark. And so yeah, I got you, CJ. And so and, I was good. Here's the problem. When they were looking for me, they were shining their flashlights across the field.
Yeah.
Didn't really see me. However, the zipper?
Mm-hmm.
That was silver and reflective.
Oh no.
And it caught the light.
Oh no.
And they ran towards me pretty quickly. So yeah, that's why I wanted to be a master at hide and seek, because I had my chance, but they lost it. I'm trying to get CJ back in, Christopher back into this place.
The most intense game of hide and seek I ever played was we were doing it was a youth group lock-in at my church one time, and we did like an intentional it was a game of underground church, which is a really intense hide and seek in the massive empty lights off church sanctuary. That was actually terrifying.
Nice.
And because I remember we hid in there was a little guest services room in the back of the sanctuary that we hid in, and it was already scary enough having to go through the empty sanctuary. But I remember that was like the most intense game I ever did.
Nice.
But
so it was like pitch black everywhere?
Yeah.
Ooh. And did they have flashlights to look for you?
Yeah, I remember there was flashlights, there was phone lights, there was and I as I recall we had, I don't remember if we had intense music or what, but we hammed it up a lot. It was fun.
Nice. And so we're trying to get Christopher back in the call. He's still not available.
He just texted me. He said his internet went out.
Oh, well, of course it did. which means it'll be just you and me for the next, I'd say, 10 minutes before we have to close off here.
Yep.
So why don't we just sit here, look at each other's pretty faces, and
Oh my goodness. Is that really what we're gonna do for the next?
No, I mean, let's see. What can we talk about? Let's see. I have some Neosporin. It's used for.
That's the most interesting thing you could think to talk about.
You know what?
Oh.
I think that will be today's title.
Yeah.
I have some Neosporin.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh, I love that. You know, just that one sentence phrase
Oh boy.
perfectly summarizes this entire podcast.
Yeah.
I have Neosporin.
Oh, that's funny.
Anyway, so this next semester, what are you planning on doing?
We'll see, I guess. I mean, I'm at this point. I'm still just hoping we can go back. You know, and I guess the good news is, say what you will about Falwell. The good thing about having him as our president is he will do whatever he can to bring us back.
Yeah. Also, he likes building, so
Yeah, it's true too. So, yeah, I mean, no idea how things are going to go and what we will and won't be able to do. But I mean, I'd like to just have a fun, enjoyable, as normal as possible senior year. So,
yeah, you know, working in the theater.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully, we can actually do our shows this next.
Yeah. I mean, and I think socially distancing the audience won't be difficult. It's just we can only do so much as actors.
Yeah. We don't need to social distance the actors, you know.
And let's be honest. Let's really be honest about things. Our theater people, we really only ever hang out with each other. You know, like, there's not a whole lot of
No.
other socializing that we do. So we can keep tabs pretty well on who we're interacting with.
We're the mafia, pretty much. Like that's what has been said about our department, is that we're the mafia.
Yeah.
Like our hallway is like our zone. And whenever someone else that's not in the theater department just walks through our hallway, we all stare at them menacingly. And it's like all the professors, they're the dons, they're the heads.
Yep.
And I'm like the only theater kid who's never been in the production.
Hey, you're not even a theater kid.
Oh, I thought I was. Because I'm part of your exclusive group.
You're in my club. That doesn't make
I'm
you
in
a
your
theater
club,
kid.
and that's all that matters. How do I turn off this background?
Yeah, it's a nice background
Thank you.
that we can't see. Yeah, I forgot. I was going to mention this earlier. But tomorrow, I have an audition for a student film.
Nice.
Yes. Here's the thing. Oh, you sucker. Yeah, Christopher just put up an image of something. And so...
it's not just something.
It's the podcast logo. And so, here's the thing. Christopher.
What?
Backstage finally did something. Because the person contacted me, said like, "Hey, would you mind auditioning for this?" I'm like, "Okay."
Oh, really?
And so tomorrow I'm going to audition.
Oh, it worked.
It worked finally.
Yes.
It's the website Backstage that is not that great because you got to pay for it. Which I did. Sorry, I'm a sucker. And so mainly because he's looking for people that live in Lynchburg to do this thing.
Right.
So I'm in Lynchburg. I'm an actor. I'm gonna audition for this thing, and hopefully I can do something.
There you go.
At the same time, soon I'm gonna get some headshots done.
Nice.
Because I don't have any.
Yeah, I don't either. And I need some if I'm gonna audition for Illuvian. So
yeah, I've been here for like 3 years, never gotten a headshot yet.
Yep.
Get that
Isn't
done.
that sad?
Yeah. Gonna have to pay money for it though, but we'll see.
Yep.
At least I'm doing something alongside my my acting, and so yeah, there's where I am with that.
Nice.
You missed my story, Christopher, about my hide and seek tale.
I did. I'll try to listen to the podcast later. Like, put the podcast on repeat like those K-pop stands so you can earn money. And then we'll break the record for the most listened to podcast in the first 24 hours.
Wow, that would be a milestone right there.
That would be.
That's your bucket list, yeah.
Hey, you'd get me $5 for doing that.
Yeah. Oh boy.
My bucket list is never. I haven't added anything to it. I haven't changed anything about it.
So it still stands as it is. Like, you're still happy with it?
It still stands as it is. It's like, I didn't want to change anything because it's like people saying like, oh, you got to keep adding to your bucket list. It's like, no, not really. It's like, I wrote this bucket list for a reason. This was a list of things I always wanted to do.
Mm-hmm.
And like, if I keep adding to it, it's like, what? Why? I get the mentality of like, keep adding to your bucket list so that you'll live longer.
Yeah.
But
it's like,
you don't live longer. You just die.
Yeah, so it's. I think my bucket list should just be what it is, and then I'll just do other things that I want whenever I want. So yeah.
What's so funny?
I think CJ, you have to be heading out.
No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't.
I do.
No,
you do. You got work to do.
Yes.
Do you have Spotify Premium or not?
Yes, I do.
Yes. Fun. Then I'll spam you with songs. No, I probably won't, but I'll probably send it to you occasionally here and there.
Spam with his podcast.
Hey.
I have the podcast in like a playlist I have that I call 164 Songs that I try to get people to listen to. I'm not saying, CJ, you must listen to it. I'm just saying, like, for the people out there who are like, oh, I need new music on my playlist. Well, I have a playlist of 164 songs right for you.
There you go.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
There we go.
There we go. So, yeah, CJ, it's nice to have you here.
Yeah.
But we're going to let you go now to go to work, make some money.
Yeah.
Listen to the podcast. Hey, we got to make, help us out, but
There you go.
Shameless promotion. But yeah, hopefully we'll see you next time.
Alrighty.
Like, what next time?
I don't know, next week, if you want to join.
Yeah, I'll keep you posted. My schedule's shifting.
Because we want you as much as we can.
Yes. Yes.
All right.
Just why not?
You guys.
All right. See ya.
Yeah. Not.
All right.
Oh, he left.
All right. So let's talk about him.
Oh, we're still continuing the podcast.
Yeah. Let's see. Like, did you see his hat? He was kind of too hatty.
I felt bad because like I kept making like comments about you like the whole time. Like because I just noticed things after like talking to you for a while. Like I just noticed certain things about you that just make me laugh. Genuinely.
All right. Well, like tell me, what do you notice about me?
I've been mentioning things throughout the whole time, and it's not like I remember every single specific thing.
Anything you do remember though?
Like just sometimes like when I say something and you like acknowledge it and then move on. It's just funny because like I know I tend to interrupt. Yeah, I know that's an issue. However, just the way you do respond to it just makes me laugh.
Well, that's okay. Let's move on.
I actually thought we were going to be done with the podcast, but no. Voila!
Well, I mean, like we're about the end. We're near the end of the podcast.
You don't know that.
I don't know that.
For all you know, this actually could be the middle. I don't want to do that.
I mean, we could. We could just add more and more people to this call. And be like, hey! I don't know, just random people off the street. You like bring them in. Hey, we're on the podcast.
Can't do
Who
that.
are you?
There's a thing called Corona.
So?
Yeah, I feel it. Yeah, so I feel that so bad. So that's what I just wanted to say to Corona.
So what? If there's people in Corona, I don't care. So yeah, you've not seen the video that I posted.
Which
The one I did, like, posted yesterday. The Bunker Life.
no, I didn't.
All right.
I'm looking stuff up now. Is that the link that you sent me? Because I didn't look at it because I thought it was the podcast. I'm like, I already added it to.
No, that's the link I sent you. Do you want to watch it together?
Wait, can we do that through Skype?
Yes, we can.
Do it.
Yeah, let's end the
just see how
podcast
this
first.
Wait, you have a Windows, right?
Yes.
Yeah, lucky you. I use Mac. It's more complicated for us Mac people.
How is it more complicated?
Because like I definitely know this for sure. For what did we use? Teams. Well, Microsoft Teams. Like when the professor would share their screen, like basically, I looked it up because the professor was having an issue. And basically, Windows and Macs have different settings, so only
They do.
Windows can, like, within the program, can share the sound. Mac, there's like extra added steps that you have to do, and I haven't been looking deeply into it, but I kind of want to try to look more into it.
Right. Yeah. So if we have
just like that, like how you acknowledge what I say and then you move on. It's funny.
Oh, shut up. Right. Yeah. All right. Anything else we have to add here, so we can just end off? People are gone.
Yeah. It's 2 hours again.
Yeah. Yeah. I have some Neosporin.
Yeah. What?
Nothing. You'll get it later.
Okay. Fine. All right. Thank you guys for listening, and we definitely hope to have CJ on next week. To
Yes.
the one listener in Malaysia who's listening.
Yes, in Italy. And so, yeah, please support us. $1 makes all the difference.
All the difference.
Yeah, share it with your mother.
And your brother.
And your cow while you're at it. And, yeah, thank you guys for listening. We'll see you all next time. Bye.
Bye.